Yesterday's high of day was at 759, and then the important LVN is at 750. And the rest here is just stocks that are gapping up on relatively low volume. STB right now is starting to get some more volume, so I'm actually going to change TUM for STB. So that's STB. And it's in the up gappers there in the live trading calls channel. I posted just a picture. Okay, so time is 9:20, so we're actually going to start the live stream here. I forgot to share it with everybody.
Endosite Echo Charlie Yankee Tango pricing about a 17.9 million share offering at $4.20 per share. Echo Charlie Yankee Tango. Shares of Endosite at pre-market highs. Echo Charlie Yankee Tango.
Okay. So yeah, STB, higher relative volume. And so what I'm hoping for today is really for those volume spikes. OAS, another big time institutionally held stock, over 2 billion market cap. So we're looking at those mid cap market now on OAS. So it's no longer a small cap, but definitely worth watching as well, I guess. We've got nothing better to do. We might as well watch, anything the market's going to give us. Doesn't mean we have to act on it, but we'll definitely watch it. Just make sure you're not treating these mid-cap stocks as low float stocks. They don't get pushed around as easily with the order flow. The average order is much larger on New York Stock Exchange stocks. Okay, guys. So I'm going to go over what the floats mean, um, what low float means, and why we trade low float stocks. Time is 9:26, so I'm going to tell you what it is very quickly. So low float stocks are stocks that you can call a low float stock under, let's say, I don't know, um, 300 million shares. It's basically the amount of shares that are available for trade. So as you see here in the middle where it says up gappers, there's FLT floats. These are the number of shares that are available. So when there's under 300 million, it's technically considered a low float stock. And the fewer shares that are available, the easier it is for the stock to be pushed around by a large number of shares entering the um, uh, the name. So as these larger trades come in, this because it's a larger percentage of the total float that is being tossed into the market, um, the stock actually reacts a lot, um, reacts more than it would in a high float stock, if that makes sense. So you're basically pushing a larger piece of the pie in to a smaller pie tray, and it moves it. So that's the way I like to look at it. It also means that low float stocks have the ability to move a lot further than the higher float stocks do, like in the New York Stock Exchange. It just for those stocks, it's much harder to move, like say a Google or an Apple, than it is to move, an MDXG or an MNK, or I should say MDXG stock. So that's why we trade low float stocks. Is we do like to see stocks move at a larger range so that we can take more advantage of it and take more percentage moves out of the market. Okay, so time is 9:28. Got a couple minutes here to the open. I'm just going to add some things here to my book map. So what I'm waiting for and what I'm looking for is just that volume to come in. I'm watching the scanners. I'm waiting for those big relative volume spikes, those big range moves to come in. We will really want to see stocks completely extended here. Looking for basically this, as vertical as you can possibly get and as large a range as you can get, so that we can consolidate and then eventually break down or eventually break up into some kind of a flag pattern breakout. That's the idea. We're playing off of the fact that there already existed an expansion move that either got rid of the buyers or the sellers, depending on what bias you're looking at. About 10 seconds to the open here. And if you guys are watching us on YouTube, this is a delayed stream on YouTube. Join us in the Discord chat channel. Ding, ding, ding. Stock market is open. Good luck, everyone. And if you're paper trading with us and you're learning, just pay attention to price action, see how it moves. Listen to my live trade calls and the trade calls from other traders in the live day trading room. EMPH is beginning to move over $3.
AKER, Acres Biosciences, getting a spike in volume, low price stock, Alpha Kilo Echo Romeo.
AKER previous high near 350. 345 on EMPH. ZSAN is on SSR. About 300,000, almost 400,000 in volume on EMPH. Definitely my main watch. OAS selling off right now as well. MDXG still not deciding which way it's heading this morning. Again, waiting for a reaction off of that flag pattern. And EMPH here is heading for that previous high at 345. Really big gap up move on EMPH.
Conference call, Lowe's, Lima Oscar Whiskey CFO says company expects operating margin to improve after 2018. That's Lima Oscar Whiskey. Las Vegas gaming revenue down 2.1% year-over-year. Vegas Strip down 8.9% year-over-year.
ECYT also moving quite a bit. ECYT on watch.
A report that was out earlier being circulated now by traders said heavy metals found in 40% of protein powders tested, watching shares of GNC not being affected as of yet. Again, that report was out earlier this morning. President Trump tweeting out why AG Sessions asking the Inspector General to potentially investigate potentially massive FISA
Watching E and PH right now. Definitely looking for ENPH to break under the VWAP and hold. That would be ideal. I did get a bad fill on ENPH. Butterfingers this morning. That's going to happen. And MNK completely selling off right now. Didn't really see that spike for a continuation to downside move that we were looking for. A bit of a pullback on MDXG as well. ECYT breaking over those highs. Really nice move on ECYT. Just dropped an alert there in the live trading calls room. Call for an update on my position on ENPH. I definitely want a place to continue adding to this position on the downside. ECYT putting in a top here. Definitely interested in ECYT, low float stock. Done about 1.7 million in volume so far. Yeah, STB is not a play for sure. If you guys have any questions, if you're a member and you have any questions, you can drop it into live day trading chat room and I will answer them as long as I'm not battling a trade. Here we go, ECYT up against $5. Breaking. I want to change this music. You guys can hear it on the live chat, I guess, on the YouTube stream. Gotta have the right music to trade. There we go, something calming. And ENPH continuing in my direction, despite getting a terrible fill. Okay, here we go. Oh, ECYT over $5. Nice spill on ENPH. Really nice spill. ECYT continuing to break those highs. Remember, or scroll out in your ECYT chart, you'll see how many days this thing's been bullish. So be careful on trying to short the front side move there. Just gonna wait until the stock is creating lower highs in order to safely risk your capital. It is not one of those garbage movers like the other stocks that we like to trade. OAS selling off. MDXG popping up. Really not enough for me here. AHPI. Watching AHPI. Here we go. AHPI. Beautiful range on this one, guys. HPI overall garbage mover up to 460 already. Only 108,000 in volume, but worth watching for the range. HPI halt. Yeah. HPI halted. ECYT here. Topping pattern of 510. Looking for a rollover. Draw your trend lines. Always draw your trend lines. See price struggling here on ECYT. Sellers beginning to stack above as well. Stock is oversold. Here goes, emotional spike to 5.18. Sellers have the opportunity to drive price down now. And ENPH has not really put a pullback in yet. So until it really puts that pullback in, I'm not considering removing anything off that trade. And ENPH or ECYT here with an ascending trend line now. So we're beginning to go parabolic on ECYT. If we can break above 518, we'll snap up to 30 fairly quickly. Here we go, ECYT, moment of truth at 518. And if you guys are watching us on YouTube, looks like the volume is back a little bit this morning on some of the names. I am short on ENPH from 331. Do have a short position. Watching the topping up against 518. We're now under the trend line. Very dangerous for ECYT. And if ECYT fails to break higher here, it's created a lower low on the micro. And a HPI resumed gap up higher. Very, very spready on HPI. I would definitely stay away from that one. The spread is enormous. About almost a 40-cent spread here at its worst. ECYT selling off completely. Beautiful DP at 518. Right now transitioning between distributions. Yeah, these things happen quickly, which is why it's important to have this non-delayed stream um, with our style of trading. ENPH here, pulling up as well. Coming to test the waters. ECYT important pullback here. Really important pullback. Looking for weakness around 518. CYT again, very bullish stock. So be extra cautious. And ECYT attempting to break the highs. EMPH also going for a spike here. too bad the HPI is so spready and so low volume. Okay, hope everyone's following in the room today. ECYT with the extension above 518 and then fake out to the downside. So a lot of buying pressure on ECYT. Remember, always draw your trend lines so you know where price is, what price is reacting to. Yeah, just monitor. That's all you need to do is just monitor. We are going fully vertical now though, so it is usually an exhaustion sign. Price goes fully vertical. Also known as parabolic. Parabolic, as I hear some people say. I prefer parabolic. Here we go. 530 being defended pretty strongly on ECYT. And EMPH threatening the VWAP. So a lot of our traders right now are going through the training in the members area. They're learning, they're asking me a bunch of questions on DM and chat. And so next week we have a webinar coming up. It's going to be a public webinar on March 9th.
Coming up at 10:30.
March 9th, we're going to be, the webinar is going to be um, technical analysis for beginners. So we're going to be going over a lot of the technical analysis, and I'm going to be dumbing it all down and making it digestible and giving people a real path towards learning what they need to know about technical analysis with all of the other garbage that you'll find around the internet. And this stuff can be applied to all markets, not just stocks. It can be applied anywhere. Some of it is better on stocks, like the volume analysis piece, because of the level 2 that exists on stocks and the volume information that exists. Something that doesn't really exist too much on, or exist at all for the most part. There's no level 2 information on Forex, let's say. So a lot of it can be applicable to a lot of markets, the structure-based stuff, and the market auction theory. When it comes down to the volume analysis, we're talking stocks are the best place to execute those strategies. Anyway, so that'll be on March 9th. I'm going to be sending out invites for people to sign up for the webinar, and I'll drop it on YouTube as well so that people can start signing up, and we can have a really good experience, and then we'll do a Q&A session at the end of everything. I think we'll probably host it from our Discord channel, so we can do all the chat inside of Discord, and I'll make a temporary channel for us, a public channel for our webinar. Okay, ECYT here. So you can see that ECYT has had some trouble getting over 530. Now it's gone fully vertical here and really extended itself to the upside. And the fact that price came back down like this, it's right now in the process of shaking out some of those buyers. So what we need to look for now is for sellers, or I should say buyers, to fail pushing price higher, and sellers to take advantage of that and really put on the gas. What that looks like is lack of absorption. See things like stacking of orders, backfilling, practices in order flow. But we really should be getting a spike up to 530 and then a failure at 530 for this to be a strong move. Here we go, ECYT spiking to 530. Let's see what happens at 530. Absorption. That's a bullish sign. Ideally, I would have liked for that to hold. And ENPH coming down a little bit as well. Looking for that to continue selling off. Last thing we want is a curl up against the VWAP on ENPH. And ECYT having trouble selling above, trading above 530. You can see it playing out there, right? But the problem is I don't like how the volume wasn't absorbed there fully. And we know that the sellers are still in play here, but the buyers are gaining confidence. Look at those buyers come in. And I'm also keeping an eye on ENPH. Don't want this to turn into a bull flag up against the VWAP. That would be worst case scenario. There you go, ECYT breaking out higher. And moment of truth here on ENPH. Here we go, EMPH. Come on, baby. Let's go, keep pushing. Sometimes you gotta sweet talk it on the way down. Come on, baby. I was gonna tell a dirty trader joke, but that's probably not good. Come on. So a bit of failure there at the VWAP. A micro head and shoulders pattern if you haven't spotted it. We have the left shoulder, the head that just peaked over 26, and then the right shoulder. And what I'm looking for is a breakdown under 315. Come on, let's go. Breakdown under 315. I want to see that selling volume come in at the bottom of the page. Increase in selling volume. Again, if you guys want to join us on Discord, it's absolutely free. If you're watching on YouTube and want to participate, just head over to the description or in the chat on YouTube, and the link to our free Discord channels there. You get access to the public channels. You also get announcements to the webinars and anything that goes on with us. We launched Active Traders Discord a week ago, and we have quite a few members already, well over 70 participants, and then we have a growing number of members that signed up for the basic or pro plan with us. That includes education, training, webinars, the live trading calls, live day trading room, HD, live stream, non-delayed. This YouTube stream is delayed. But yeah, the trade calls and the one-on-one mentorship is also available for people should they choose to take advantage. So that is what's going on. I'll show you the room in a second here. Stream kit overlay. But here's the room, the public chat. You can see we've got quite a few people watching, participating, and probably trading as well while listening to us in the background. And then as a member, you get access to this members area here. That's live trading calls, live day trading, trade recaps, all that type of stuff. And the website access as well. So activetraders.chat is where you can sign up for that, something like that. Okay, we have on ENPH here a breakdown under 26, the VWAP, failure to break under 315, and price threatening once again to move higher on ENPH, unfortunately. Ideally, this would have been the breakdown right here. Would have just pushed price a little bit lower, and then we would have seen a spill. Now we're going to have to go through a little bit more pain here on this trade. A little bit more pain. But it's trading. There's always more pain. There's always more pain. No pain, no gain. Was that made for traders by traders? I think that saying is so applicable. It's so popular, but it just feels like it's all about trading. You might be wondering why we're trading, why we're taking these entries, how we're thinking about the charts, the analysis and all of that. I do have some videos on that. 4 day trading strategies for beginners. This is a video you can take a look at, or a walk through the basic strategies that we use to build strategies on top of. And then also talk about our methodology a little bit, but that's really a members area thing. I'll show you what that includes. So if I go over to activetraders.chat, you scroll down the page, you'll see this is what our methodology includes. As a whole, I like to call it market auction theory. And then we have, inside of that, we have volume analysis, market structure analysis, order flow analysis. All of this comes into play as we do our technical view of the charts. ECYT completely exploding right now. That's the parabolic move I was looking for. ECYT. And now we are over the previous, so we're literally at an HVN right now, guys. Higher time frame HVN, look at that daily. Higher time frame HVN, if there's going to be a top, it could possibly be here. I am considering possibly getting into a trade. And I'll talk about the specifics in the members area. And I am now in PH is looking like it really wants to push me out of the trade. I'm going to hold strong, but it's not looking very good right now. We should have broken down by now. We shouldn't be creating a higher high. Look at what I just dropped in the room, guys. And ENPH patiently waiting here for this one. It's putting in a bit of a bull flag, which is concerning. But all we can do is position ourselves to make profit and then hold according to our plan. And ECYT faked us out. We had the right position. We just had it at the wrong time. Which will happen. It's okay. Not a problem. Yeah. And EMPH here curling for a possible breakout. I don't know if I want to hold through this breakout or not. But this is the last thing I wanted, was for price to curl up against the VWAP. Multiple tests, finally gaining some momentum to the upside. It's trading like a SSR. There's ECYT, putting in a possible head and shoulders pattern. A little quick. A little fast for me. Still a lot of buyers there. I don't think they're going to give up so easily. That is a really nice looking head and shoulders pattern. And ENPH attempting it once again to break down. I'm not sweet talking this one anymore, and I'm gonna just ignore it. Maybe it'll happen. And fake breakout. Yeah, ECYT, not my cup of tea. That rhymes. Yeah, you bet, Tommy. Yeah, ECYT is really showing that it's very tricky right now. It's hard to trust a stock like this. So if it's not trustworthy, I think it's probably best to just wait for this type of ranging to be over. There's clearly a lot of action between buyers and sellers. Yeah, exactly leveled.
They say humans are social animals. They can't live alone. But you can live pretty well by yourself. I tell you, instead of feeling alone in a group, it's better to have real solitude all by yourself.
Yeah, so in a trade right now, short on EN PH, looking for a breakdown to ensue, but as you can see, I've been put inside of a sideways range here. That seems to have is lasting forever, it seems. But I did manage to grab a short position up above 330. And then I added added a couple more times actually.
So it doesn't matter if I'm there or not, right?
You were just afraid they'd abandon you. So you abandoned them. You distanced yourself from the whole thing.
And DCYT selling. Still not the friendliest of stocks. Besides that, I don't really see much. So MDXG is something we could look at as well. So in the pre-market recap that I did with you guys in the members area, if you remember what I did, you can. If not, you can just scroll up and you can see the watch list and all the information on the watch list. But MDXG right now is setting up in the way that we were talking about. Um, we were talking about a retest of that key level. That's exactly what's going on right now on MDXG. And EMPH here threatening 325. Usually exactly what we don't want to see. Clear line in the sand like that being tested. And absorbed. Alright, I'm going to be out of the position for now. And that's unfortunate. Did have that buying action come in. But I will add in with force, hopefully higher above. Like to see if I could build a position higher.
AYTU, I2 Bioscience halted on a circuit breaker. Alpha Yankee Tango uniform.
ADVM taking off. Looking for those sellers to hold at 328 right now.
You haven't heard it? You mean to tell me that you haven't heard it?
No, I haven't heard it. Here, play it. It's really terrific, Susie. When do you hear it?
WTW, Weight Watchers, Moody's affirms Weight Watchers B1 CFR and other ratings outlook revised to positive. That's Whiskey Tango Whiskey.
Excuse me, ladies, I have a special request.
And I'm looking for a failure on ENPH here up against 325. Sorry, up against 328. Good opportunity for a small stop. Nice. Patience. Always good to have patience as a trader. It's the hardest thing. The real game is take as few trades as possible and making the most amount of money. Last thing you want to do is rack up those commissions left and right. Yeah, I've done it as well. I've really racked up some crazy commissions. There we go. Look at that spill on ENPH. Maybe shouldn't have sized down earlier, but I managed to size back in at a higher price. So that's worth the commission spread, I guess. Now I really need this thing to sell off here. Oh yeah, commissions can easily eat a small account. Easily, easily, easily. I was also looking at MDXG for a breakdown. We did manage to get that. I was busy though with ENPH. I don't like that ENPH was bought all the way back up,
MDT, Medtronic, Michael Delta Tango, Medtronic and Lehigh
but we're going to be
Valley Health.
patient.
Network signed strategic partnership agreement focused on delivering value-based healthcare programs. That's Michael Delta Tango.
For those of you that are watching on YouTube,
Bioscience hitting a high of $1.
here's a look into our Discord chat room. As you can see, this is the public chat room. It's free to join. It's inside the description on YouTube. I also repost it here on the YouTube chat. And here you can keep up with everything that we talk about in post charts and videos and things like that. And then we also have a paid members area where you can see my live trading calls. I do pre-market analysis, pre-market watch list, talk through the trades and what the setups that we're looking for on the day. And then in the live day trading room, we also have other members walking through things and sharing their trade ideas as well. It's a place to learn, so you don't need to be a trader, experienced trader at all. In fact, we have hours of training material on the website if you become a pro member with us. And yeah, join the Discord channel if you want to hang out and you want to see more and learn more about active traders. You can also head over to activetraders.chat where you can get access to this as well and learn a bunch more about us. And again, if you're watching the YouTube stream, it is delayed. It's a delayed stream. We offer a non-delayed HD live stream for members. Okay, so we're beginning to sell off a little bit here on ENPH, but I really need a breakdown. And MDXG getting some pressure at 740. A lot of sellers at 740. It's starting to thin out though, this stock today. Definitely doesn't have the range as previous days, so I'm going to let it go for today. And ENPH just doesn't want to give it up.
Yeah, nigga.
Not a fan of how ENPH is curling right now. Starting to lose confidence in this trade. Been going sideways for over an hour. It's a long time into day trading the morning world. Yeah, it does feel like the volume is beginning to come back. only have one more trade allowed today. Yeah, it's good to box in the number of trades you can take at the beginning. That's a good strategy. I think I should apply that for myself as well, actually. Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Wisdom, which means wise words being spoken. Get on the mic and watch the mic start smoking. Hey, yo, hold on, homie. Ain't that Rakim rhymes you biting, nigga? Nah, that's I wrote that. Nigga, please, nigga, please, nigga, please, nigga, please, nigga, please.
Well, it is Wednesday. We started off strong, but now stocks are beginning to go sideways here as we get close to the lunch hour. Anywhere close to the lunch hour. We've been inside of a lull because of the S&P 500, because of some other factors as well. The market in general has been moving lower. This is the SPY right here, just to show you guys what I'm looking at on the side. This is the SPY on the daily. This was the big crash that we had, quote unquote crash that we had. And then we sort of regained some of that loss. But now price is inside of this nasty range that it's been in for the last couple weeks. And it's really sucked all of the volume out of the small cap markets. It's really been difficult to find those big range moves that we normally make a lot of money on. So patience right now is the lesson for this point in the market. I mean, we've been going up since 2008, and this is a real correction. So we'll see what happens. But for now, while the market is ranging inside of this sideways range, it's going to be a little difficult and a little strange for the volatility in the small cap market as investors shy away from higher risk assets.
Yo, what's up?
And that's how I got my identity back. Well, that's my story.
Well, you managed to kill 11 minutes.
Thanks, Betty.
What? Oh, sweetie, I'm not Betty. I just borrowed her uniform while mine's at the cleaners.
Okay, a little bit of movement here on ENPH. Watching very closely for any sign of absorption. 327, 28, 29. And today's a major, major test of patience on ENPH. We have a double top on the daily. But does have the opportunity to sell off quite a bit. However, follow through can also be very strong. Bull trend here on ENPH. So just like it's a great place to be long, it's also a great place to be short. And that's where the problem lies, right? So we have this sideways action. But at this point, you just place yourself in a position where you're taking small amounts of risk, and the rest is up to the trading gods. You just follow your plan, that's it. I'll take these all day long if I have to. The risk reward is enormous. Again, if you guys are new to the YouTube stream and you're currently watching us first time, this is the activetraders.chat live stream. It's delayed by a certain amount. We do offer an HD live stream for members inside of our members area on in our Discord chat. You also get access to Discord for free if you want. It's in the description of the video. You can come join us here, our growing community. We've been up on Discord for about a week, and we've had a really great response. A lot of members joining up, a lot of participants, a lot of users. As you can see, all the people. And we're constantly looking to grow our community. Everyone here is learning from each other. We have a methodology that we offer that I teach based on market auction theory, volume profile, market structure, order flow analysis, bundling all of that together. We have private members area channels with live day trading. I have my live calls room here where I drop in all the calls for all the trades that I'm going to be taking. We have an HD live stream that's not delayed where I go over the pre-market trades and all of the stocks that I'm looking to trade for the day with members. And then we also have access to daily trade recaps, private training webinars, members webinars, and then also the one-on-one mentorship. So yeah, so head over to activetraders.chat if you want to learn more, or in the description of the YouTube channel, you'll find the link to our Discord. And I'll actually just drop it in here. That's a link to our free Discord public chat. That's free. And then if you want, you can upgrade, or you can just hang around here until you get more comfortable with us. But we're trying to, the goal of Active Traders is to gather as many like-minded traders as possible, teach each other, learn from each other, and then together we're trying to find the best setups, the best stocks to trade, and we have an edge if we come together. So anyway, see you in the Discord chat. Oh yeah, ECYT is moving. Nice, I'm jealous. Just waiting for ENPH here to wake up from its long slumber. Yeah, I got that guy good. Oh man, look at this snake. You call that a snake? This is a snake. Eat this little guy too. Not bad for in the middle of a trade playing Slither. It's just so slow. Oh, nice. Got here. Ooh. Come on, market, make me money. Woo, that was a close one. Gobble, gobble. I might be the best Slither player in the world. Keeps you on your toes here. Oh, a real challenger. Okay, I'm killing this. If only I could make as much money as I do little orbs while trading. Come on, pal. Come on, pal. What are you doing? Are you an idiot? What? What? Oh no! Okay, you got me. I got too cocky. Anyway. Okay, getting a little bit of movement here on ENPH, breaking down a little bit. Um, who am I kidding? It's still holding up pretty strong. It's just sideways. There hasn't been a direction picked on. Oh, here we go. EMPH beginning to sell off a little bit. Need to break that 315 level. Absolutely need to break that 315 level. Here we go. Now we're getting that sell-off. Breaking 315 on ENPH. Really looking to continue breaking down. The first target that I've got listed there in the live trading calls room, I am going to hold for that target. So here we go, looking for a continued push. We want to break that previous low around 310. That would be ideal. And we can pay ourselves for this patience that we've had today. Pretty proud of the patience. I only managed to size down once. Normally I'm sizing down more, so pretty proud of this so far, even if it doesn't work out. Need a lower low here. Patience, so important. Entry right now is at 325 on ENPH. And I am looking to take profits below. Target is posted in the live trading calls channel. Yeah, ECYT. Some serious chop there. It does have a very, very bullish bias. So be careful with that one. What I like about ENPH is that it's hit a double top on the daily. So we take a look on the daily here on ENPH. And I just squish the chart down. We have a full bearish bias, number one. Number two, and let me get rid of some of these old trend lines. Oh, those aren't old, those are new. Whoops. As we scroll in, you can see that there was a really nice double top touch today at 345. That's the high. So what I'm doing is basically just playing this trade back down, hopefully filling a gap under $3 on the daily. It's often that we'll see a gap up be attacked later in the day, and then maybe tomorrow we can see a price come all the way back up. It might take a couple days to get down there, that's the whole thing. So hopefully today we get a first target fill, that would be ideal. And this is basically the low of day that price is up against right now.
One day,